It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Right away, here's Garoppolo to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Jaguars at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well.
Touchdown! Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off the touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
With the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Buying time to his left. Here's a diving catch right side. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and touchdown Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Anderson up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here we go. 20.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
On play action, now Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
Here we go. Hey, pick your game up.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And some room to work. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Andre Cisco.
30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And now here is another interception.
And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Hey, exit.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, stand up.
Check 3.
Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. ETN up the middle.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 61 yards. And the Jaguars extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
162 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Jahan Dotson
from 10 yards out.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Etienne.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They'll set up to throw.
Completes it to Samuel. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. It's a big play there for Vegas. 55 yards.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Slide. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
Coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Garoppolo on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. It's Tucker. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
Hey, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Jacksonville, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL